Hi, everyone. Sad to say, roads traveled, unfortunately, they do have to come to an end. And this is the last drive that I am taking to McDonald's because I have accepted a role that is remote and it is work from home, and I'm super excited. So, this morning was my last drive to work at McDonald's, and the whole time I'm recording this, I'm looking at my windshield thinking, dang, I need to wash my car. But either way, my last walk in, 5 o'clock in the morning, my last hello to everybody. It's super sad, but I am excited about my new opportunity.
Yay! New role, new me. Whatever everybody says. No, seriously, real fast though. A colleague that I used to work with at a prior role, he reached out to me with the opportunity that was remote. It's a temporary role that will potentially end at the end of this year. And he was like, I think you'd be an amazing fit. I interviewed, and the rest is history. I start next week, Monday, this awesome opportunity. So I'm super excited about it. I'm still going to blog because I've worked remote before. And I think sometimes there's this misconception that people feel like it's easy when it's really not. I feel like double work. It's kind of like the versus online classes versus being on site doing your classes. Sometimes on site teachers will say, oh, don't worry about that assignment, versus online you're still stuck having to do all of this stuff. But either way, I'm super happy that he reached out. I'm lucky that I'm the type of person that I do make those connections, and I try to overall be happy with everyone and try to help them as much as I can. And he remembered me and he reached out, and the rest is kind of history. So super excited. I will say some of the valuable lessons that I'm taking away from McDonald's, besides their McDonald's secret sauce, is the people there are so rich in love and culture at this particular McDonald's that I worked at. I miss them so much. I actually today went up there and I had to get a hug from Miss Crystal, even though there's still a language barrier. Child, I don't know what she said, but we hugged, and there was so much love in that hug. I miss it. I miss the hustle. It's super stressful sometimes, but I miss the people. The people, I feel like with any job, they make and break it. And I also I'm just going to be honest, one of the reasons that I felt my time was just not good is, I think for me as a leader, it helped me realize why I am the type of leader I am. Working in a place where it's like the leaders that are in training, they're very demeaning. They're just yelling and just shouting. And the thing of it is, it's one thing to yell at someone for not doing something correctly, but you never trained or showed them the correct way on how to do it. Yes, I didn't even work there that long, but I still was never officially trained appropriately. No training modules. And I know McDonald's has training modules. I was given a cash drawer to take cash payments. I don't ever remember signing a cash handling policy, which I've never worked for a company that didn't have. You're touching money, so if something comes up missing, I don't even know what to tell you because I never signed it. Part of me, and I want to say the old me, would have normally been just like, yo, this isn't appropriate. But I felt like at that job, I really had to shrink myself so freaking much because I didn't want to come across a certain way by constantly questioning what, the shift or the general manager was telling me, because I wanted to, definitely look at this from an approach. Jamie, you're an entry level employee, right? And so I found myself that I just was shrinking myself to the point where, and everybody, this is not just me or one, you'd have a shift manager that would just get point blank disrespectful. Why are you doing this? Why? Like she's literally your mama. And I'm like, girl, my mama don't even talk to me like this. So I will tell you, I don't miss that part. I think that was a struggle, and I'm still kind of debating if I'm going to be a Karen and type up an email to corporate, because I'm just like, you cannot keep people like that. But I honestly feel like, which is sad, that a lot of the people at this particular McDonald's that I worked at, they're in situations where they can't really go anywhere else. And in roles like this, people are very transparent with what their pay is. And I feel like their pay and the amount that the hours that they're making and what they're giving of themselves is just, I feel like they're being taken advantage of. I'm just going to be very honest, which makes me sad. I think my perspective shift is, I never thought this way, but I did have a few like colleagues that were like, "Girl, ew, you went to McDonald's?" Yeah, I went and I got a job because I look on LinkedIn and other places, and people are like, and there's, no shame or no shade. Oh, I'm being evicted, which blessings that I'm not in that situation, but I got out there and I wanted to find something super quick. So, for example, I applied on the Wednesday. Their little AI came up and let me schedule an interview. I interviewed on a Friday. They gave me my schedule for the following week and they said, okay, you have orientation on Monday. And I started on a Tuesday. And it was a guaranteed check. So if you still wanted to do other stuff like DoorDash or whatever, you can still do it, right? So I feel like I've always had respect for someone in those type of roles. And I feel like I still have that same respect. I've always been that type of person though, when I feel like somebody's being wronged, I feel like I just have to step in. And it really hurts my heart that a lot of the talent and the beautiful people that work there are being treated the way that they're being treated. And it made me sad. And that's like my perspective. And I also, it re-cemented, not to be selfish for me, things that I do in my own leadership role to make sure that people are lined up for success. And also the way that I talk to them and the way that I approach certain, even if it's a difficult conversation, I approach it from, we're both adults and we're going to talk through this, right? We're going to have a crucial conversation. But anyway, that's neither here and there. Transitioning to this new role, I'm super excited about it. I definitely will take all of my lessons that I've learned from McDonald's. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of perseverance. And I also was like, you know what? I think me going into work knowing that this will not be the end of all, and if it was a beautiful place. I do miss the people. I, I don't miss some of the managers and the shift managers, I'm going to be honest, especially when you're going to talk to me about, certain things. And I'm like, girl, you was 30, 45 minutes late. I think that kind of reminded me when I first started going into leadership, a mentor was like, you know what, you have to in leadership be on your on top of it, because it's hard for you to sit there and coach someone through something when you didn't came here like 2 hours late. I think that's what it really did. It just reminded me of all the struggles and things that, leaders would tell you, hey, you're going into leadership, you need to do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. But I lost my thing. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to my new transition. I'm excited about it. Hopefully, again, pretty soon I'll be able to tell you that I found my forever home. I sound like a dog searching for a home. But, peace to everyone and happiness. And I'm super happy regardless. And, have a great day, everybody. Bye.